Hey guys, anybody want to say anything to start the video?
YouTube, Hunter Original.
RM, Hunter Original.
Yes.
Okay, well they've told you. This is a Robbins and Myers Hunter Original. Let's get the model number off at 22309-003, 2.5 amps. Made in the U.S. Serial L. So weird that it says serial number and then it has a letter. So I believe the pull chain is already set to low.
Okay.
So we're just gonna rock that. Let's turn the amp meter on. Now shaded poles usually do have a very high inrush current, so this would be interesting for the 0 to high test and things of that nature. Okay, it started out at 1.3.
That's about right for a shaded pole on low for that size.
It's dropping down 1.28. And these do have quite a fast low speed, 1.27. I've already done a tutorial in how to make it a 3-speed, but we'll cover that again here. It's 1.26. Okay, that's complete for low. You want to go ahead and rock it to high?
Yes. Now this fan has
2.77, and it's dropping. Eric was going to point out that the pull chain has 2 off positions.
Yeah. It's off, high, off, low.
So this is a particularly good example of a shaded pull original. I've had some of these that seem weaker than the permanent split capacitor ones. I've had some that are noisy. This seems like a particularly powerful one, and it also seems to be silent. It's 2.55 amps, so it's very close to the rated current on high. One thing I should probably share with Eric, who would understand this, the line voltage is kind of high here.
Oh, okay.
This is like 123.
Okay, my house is actually at 125.
Yeah. So, I haven't measured at my condo, but my parents' house is 118.
Alright.
So here it's kind of high, but it depends what you have. That's why one of the reasons I turn that heater on for a second.
Okay.
Now it draws 1.43. It dropped a whole 1/10 of an amp with the heater on. That puts enough sag on the line voltage. So that's why when I test fans, they're done on a completely dedicated circuit.
Yep.
For that purpose. Okay, so let's do some airflow testing here.
Whereas the fans on my bench, when I test them, they actually go to a breaker and then a 30 amp fuse.
30 is pretty high.
So it's for an entire bench.
Still pretty high.
Yeah. Well, the breaker itself for the bench, it's a breaker for 30 and then the...
This is definitely more than the original we tested earlier. It's not enough to get bumped into a higher category. This is still the same. The standard is set. K55 versus original is a category. But it is noticeably more than the one we tested earlier. And yeah, this is just a great performer right here. This one is killing it. It's silent. It's doing its thing, as the young folks would say. Do you want to go to the airflow testing before we move on, or are you good on the ladder there?
I'm good right here.
Okay, so first we have our spin down.
Okay. It's going to have a very long spin down from the blades and a heavy rotor.
I don't know. I've not found these to have a super long spin down, but we'll see. I did oil the mess out of it and give it a little WD-40 just to clean some gunk out, so it shouldn't be... No, it's still pretty quick.
I mean, it's not like the Islander, which isn't...
I wish I liked white and brass, because I'd love to have a place to hang this. This is just a classy fan.
It's classy. Now, what I would like to see is switch the polished brass, antique brass.
It's buried. I have a white and antique brass grape leaf original.
Ooh.
Reversair brackets.
Ooh.
Yes. It's buried though, and the white paint, because the paint Hunter used was terrible. The white paint is in garbage shape. So okay, so we're gonna do the decade box now. I'm gonna just go up all the way to 10. Oh wow, we moved earlier than I thought we would. We're at 8, 9, 10. So we actually started moving at 10. It's drawing 0.58. This is a new one, I think. I don't think we've had a shaded pull original start this early in the game. I could be wrong.
So basically...
Is it going to stall? Oh, it's going to stall. Oh. Okay. So let's move it to 12. Nope. 13. 14. 15. So 15.
Oh, we're back.
That seems more normal. 15 seems more normal. Let's see if it's going to stay. We were talking earlier, off camera, shaded pole and capacitor do not always mix well. Although the round nose in my living room has been working great on that capacitor-based wall control.
3 or 4 speed?
4 speed.
4 speed.
But I leave the pull chain in the round nose set to low, because low on a round nose is still more air movement than most other fans that you could ever ask for. And then I just use the wall control, and it gives me a nice range of speeds.
Okay.
So you could do this if you want to try to fit a 15 microfarad capacitor in that switch housing, then you could get this as a low speed, but I've got a better option for you, as we will discover as the video continues. So this is 15 microfarads, 0.86 amps, 16, 0.94, 17, 1.02, 18, 1.1, 19, 1.2, 20, 1.29, 21, 1.39, 22, 1.49, 23, 1.58, 24, 1.68, 25, 1.79, 26, 1.9, 27, 2.01, 28, 2.13, 29,
Where I call medium.
2.28, 30, 2.45. So we're at 30, we're very close to what it would be drawing on high. So let's see how high we can get. 31, 32. Yep, 32 is over, so I'm not going to go there. Do me a favor, your metalists, and pull the chain twice. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it with the low coil selected. And the reason we do this is because if you were going to make this into a 3-speed fan, you'd probably wire the capacitor in series with the low speed and not the high, and then you don't need as high of a value. So if you want to make this a 3-speed fan, all you need is a 3-speed pull chain and a capacitor value of your choice, and we're about to figure out what my choice would be. There really aren't a whole lot. Brian Hicks recommends a 13, but we're going to see. Okay, thank you, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's starting to move on 6, but is it going to stall? Yes.
Stall.
7, is it going to stall on 7?
No.
No, it's
going.
It's trying to move.
Let's see how far we go.
No,
nope.
Stall.
Looks 8. It's drawing 0.53 right now with the 8. Mm-hmm. And it does not look like it's going to stall.
No.
It's gotten its momentum up.
So this would be one option for you. If you wire an 8 microfarad capacitor in series with the low speed, then you get this as your actual low, and the factory low becomes your medium. So now let's try a few other values. Let's try 9. Now it's drawing 0.62. I didn't notice a huge jump in speed. Did you guys? So I would probably go with the 9 over the 8 and have less chance of it stalling out. Let's try 10.
I think Brian is probably right on saying that it's probably a 13.
Really? I like this 10. I wouldn't go any higher than this 10. Nice. But this fan is performing better than the majority of Shaded Pole originals I've tested. So let's keep trying again with it. We're gonna bypass 11 for obvious reasons. 12, 0.81. Still not seeing a huge difference. 13.92.
Actually starting to see the fan wobble a bit.
Yeah. You got to catch it at just the right speed. 14, 1.03. 15, 1.17. You guys remember what this drew on low? I don't want to go over.
Oops.
1.27, so we're really close. We're at 1.17. 16 takes us over, so it's a good thing I checked when I did. Okay, so I'm going to drop us back down to the 8, which is drawing 0.53. Just want to see how that runs in comparison.
It produces a nice aesthetic low. It's not going to move that much air.
See, that's what I like. I like an aesthetic and circulatory low speed a medium that is a gentle breeze, and then a high that is a hurricane. And I
like, okay, I understand the appeal of an aesthetic low, but I do want some air.
I moved it to the 9.63. I think with this fan, I would pretty safely pick the 9 because it doesn't seem like it's likely to stall out.
Well, here's what if we wanted to do is we turn the fan off, let it come to a stop, and then start it on 9 microfarad.
Yeah, I mean that's what we did when we were working our way up to there.
Yeah.
You know, this is 10 now. 10. I'm gonna drop it back to 8 just to see if there's any noticeable speed difference.
A bit.
It's barely noticeable. Yeah, I still like the 9. Okay, your medalist, if you want to take us back to high on the pull chain.
Okay.
Now we're doing
solid state. Now, if this one really wants to win, it will be quiet with the solid state. Sometimes these R&M originals buzz like crazy, which is ironic because they sold these with solid state controls.
Okay.
But sometimes they really buzz. When I lived in Mississippi, I think I've told this story on camera before, but if I didn't, you're hearing it for the first time, and if I did, just bear with me. When I lived in Mississippi, I stayed with a family that had a huge house. And in every bedroom, one of those patents that kind of looks like an emperor.
Yeah.
Okay, it was starting at 0.41. Let's see if it stalls.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's
0.49. You're hearing buzz? We're at 0.49. They had one of those patents that kind of looks like an emperor in every bedroom. The one in my bedroom had one blade bracket that was replaced with some generic Lowe's blade bracket, so the thing wobbled terribly, and it buzzed in the variable speed, and it was just a terrible fan, but I still use it every night because I can't sleep without a fan on. So that's 0.5. Eighth of a turn, 0.73. So, but in the family room, there was one of those houses. It was just a southern, you know, a typical southern huge home. Was probably a plantation home, and so they had the huge formal living room with the furniture that nobody's allowed to sit on. But in the family room that you could actually use, you know, there was a bright brass R&M original, same blade brackets as this, pecan blades. Just one of those rooms with like the big wood beams. It was a beautiful room. And the fan looked great there, but it was on an R&M branded solid-state wall control. Eighth of a turn, 1.3. And the thing buzzed so loud, I didn't see how they could use it. So,
I'm barely hearing any.
Yeah, it's pretty, man, this thing is...
It went back down, so...
Yeah, this is a winner. This is a killer original right here. That's I would call that silent for a shaded pole. I understand you can hear a little bit. We're at eighth of a turn by way of 1.9. Okay, but this is as silent as you can expect from a shaded pole.
Because one of my favorite fans, the GE Vortelexes, are often shaded poles, and shaded poles, even while running at full speed, there's a noticeable, audible, just constant, loud hum.
High with the solid state is 2.45, and we'll do the 0 to high whenever it stops by man or by nature. Okay, 0 to high. I'm going to look at the amp meter. You guys look at the fan.
Okay.
Goes up to 2.9, and it's dropping down to 2.56. I'll do it again just so folks can see on the amp meter.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a nice original. I like this original.
Oh, yeah.
Andy will be sad he missed it because Andy likes originals and he missed a really good one here. So, okay, well, anything else anybody wants to say or do with this original?
No, not that I know of.
I think we got one more video coming up tonight, and then the metal posse has to get back to Milwaukee. Yep. So, on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Thanks for watching.